Good morning, everyone. This is another Photoshop tutorial. I'm pretty sure a lot of you wonder how people get their beautiful brushes to use in Photoshop, so that's what I'm going to show you today. So what you want to do, and this is another question I get a lot about where I get my transfers. So this is where I get my transfers. It's called Pixabay. Just go to Pixabay. This is, you'll see everything in Dutch, but if you are in the USA or in an English country, you'll see it in English, so don't worry about it. It's pretty much the same. As you see here, you can search for the images. So what we're going to search for is shell. And then you get all the shells, but pretty much most of them you can't use for a brush because they're pictures. So what you do is you go up here and there it'll say color, and this is the Dutch word for color is kleur. And when you go to black and white or transparent, I'd go for transparent and black and white. Then you get all these beautiful shells in black and white, and these are the ones that you could use to transfer onto a pour. Now, the good thing about Pixabay is that the people that have made these pictures or images or whatever, they give them freely. There is no copyright on them. You can use them even if you're going to make money off them. It's no problem whatsoever. You're free to use it in any way you want to use it. So as you know, let's see, which ones have I used? The Nautilus shell thing. I think that one there. Because you can download them pretty big, but you have to sign up for it. And it's totally free. You just sign up so you can get the big images. But let's go for this one. So this is a nice shell. It's on a transparent background, that's important. Then you click here for the free download, and I'm gonna take a this one. It's 1224 pixels by 1920 pixels. So that one we're gonna download. We're gonna open it, and there it is. We have it in Photoshop. Let me get rid of that little thingy there. Okay. Now, what you want to do is go to your crop tool, because crop works. A lot of people think cropping is only making it smaller like that, but it's not. Cropping is also making it bigger. So we're going to make it a little bit bigger because we want the outline to be pretty much, you know, like this, because that's a brush size. So then when we've done that, we click on here, up here on the little arrow, and it says crop the image. I say yes, crop it, and there we have it. Now all we have to do is go to image size, and now this is really, really big, but I'd like to have it like, we'll untick this box so that I can choose freely. It's 1500 by 1500. That's what I want. That's a really big brush. Okay. Now, if I were to show you that again, image size, you can see that I'll put it in inches so that's easier. You can see this is huge. This is 20 inches by 20 inches. It has a resolution of 72, but this is perfect for a brush. So, okay. We're satisfied with this brush. Then you go up here to edit and you say define brush preset. If you click on this, you'll see it turns it into a brush. It gives it a name, but we're going to call it just conch because it's a conch shell, and say okay. So now we can open a new not a new picture. We're going to open a new file, and we're going to open something very big like 3000 by 3000. Okay. I'm going to fill this image, and I'm going to do that with the gradient tool. So just pull it across. For people that don't know the gradient tool, it's this little thing here. It's either the gradient tool, the paint bucket tool, or the 3D material drop tool. But we're going to go for the gradient tool. Now up here you get this little pull down menu, and you can see all the gradients you can choose from. But we're going with the one we already have, the rainbow color. Then you pull across your image like that, and you let go, and you see how beautifully it fills up your image. Maybe a little bit more like that. See, you can even play with which way this goes. But I think we'll do it like horizontal. Then you get the vertical lines. Okay. Now, then you go to your brush tool, and we're going to find the new brush we made. So I'm going to go way down here and choose this one. That's our shell. Now click next to the image one time, then center it, and use the open bracket or close bracket tools to make it bigger or smaller. So I'm going to make it bigger, so I'm going to use the close bracket tool. See it going bigger, bigger, bigger? Okay. Now we do, because we have black selected, see down here, that's the colors. I have black, and we're going to do one click, and there's our shell. So that's the very easy way to make brushes. And guys, the possibilities are endless. Really, they are. Because, like, if I were to make some sort of a greeting card, I'll show you how I do that. I'm going back just going to the beginning of everything. But this time I'm going to do the gradient tool, but I want some sort of a C thing. See, that looks a lot like, but then we want it over like this. That looks like the C. Now we'll go back to our brush tool. This time we'll make it a little bit smaller. Put the shell in here. Then we'll add a layer. And guys, layers are really your best friend. So here you just add a new layer. And I don't name them because I don't use that many. But if you're into this and you're going to use lots and lots of layers, it's a good thing to name them so you know which layer you want. But for now, this is okay. Now I'm going to go for the text tool. And then I'm going to make sure that I have pretty much a big font. So you can choose the size of your font up here. Now, some people think it only goes to 72 points, but that's not true. See, right now, if I were to type something like an A, I'll zoom in a little bit. See, this is as big as it goes because it says so here, but that's not true. So all you have to do is get in there, and I'd say 200 points. Oops, do we have it? Yep. So back and A. Oops, oops, whoops. Let's just delete the layer. See, this is why layers are so good. Delete it. Yes. Okay. New layer. Layer. Okay. And now we're going to type, but only bigger. 200. There it is. And then we're going to say, the beach is calling. I must go. Now, you click on that one, and then you can move the whole thing. We're going to zoom out a little bit and put that there. The beach is calling, I must go. Now, if you want to change this font, all you have to do is click on the text tool again, get behind the first or the last letter you did, select the whole thing, come up here to your fonts and then just scroll through them. See that? I can just scroll through it and watch and see which one is appealing for me. I kind of like this one. So then you just click here and you have changed the font. Now, even if you were to think, I want it smaller, that's okay too. So you click up here, the size, you do 180. Whoops, gotta make sure everything's gone. 180, enter, and now they are a little bit smaller. Okay. Now, the next step is what you can do with the text. Now, what I like to do is put a little bit of a stroke around it. I kind of like that. Or some drop shadow, something like that. All you have to do is go over here to your layers, select the text layer, and what you do is a right click and you go way up top, and that's the blending options. Now click on that and it gives you a pop-up, and here you can choose here for the stroke, but black on black you won't see, so I'm going to give it another color. We're going to give it a little bit of green. Let's do that. Okay. No, that's not really popping up, so we're going to choose another color. Let's do white, just for the purpose of this video. Now there's a very thin line going around these letters, but sometimes you want them a little bit bigger, so then you can just select up here how many points it is, and as you can see, it's getting bigger. I can do it even bigger. Now it's totally covered with a white thingy-madingy. Okay, but you get the idea, right? So I'm going to go back down to 5. Then I'm going to go to the drop shadow. I'm going to give it a little bit of distance. See that? There it is. Then a little bit of spread and a little bit of size, because I like it popping off the background. Now, the shadow at the moment is black, but if you were to choose, you could give it all sorts of colors, but I like a dark blue because everything's pretty much blue. So there it is. Now, isn't that a sweet little greeting card? Now, if you were to think, okay, I like it, but it's too big, so all you have to do, go back up here to the crop tool, and we'll make it a little bit smaller or narrower for on a greeting card. And then just click back up here. Yes, crop. That's it. How easy was that? Now, you can still work on this because the text is on a different layer. So if you click here, you click your background, and we're going to choose a nice dark blue. And then we're going to choose another brush. Let's see, maybe something like, I got a lot of brushes. Sometimes I'll just do that a whole day. I'll make tons of brushes. I like that. Oh, maybe we can do some seagulls. That'd be cute. So we're going to make them bigger with the close bracket tool thing. And we're going to put some seagulls in there. See how easy that is? You don't like it, you do Control-Alt-Z, and it's gone. Let's do something else. I would like a little pattern. Let's see. I got so many of these brushes. I got gazillions. Let's see which one we would really like. Maybe a little bit of, that would look kind of cute. A little bit of grass. See, this is pretty big. What you do is just do the bracket thing, this time open bracket, make it smaller, and we're going to put a little bit of grass down there. You don't like it? Control-Alt-Z, and there it goes. It's gone. Now, back to the Pixabay thing. These are my pictures. I have done a lot of those a couple of years ago. I just popped them on there. And as you can see, there's a lot of work going into these because they're almost all done in Photoshop. I do have some photography ones. I like this one too. Look how beautiful and vibrant that is. That is cool. I'm looking for some pictures. I like this one too. Look at that. I really like it. So feel free to download it and do something with it, anything you want. And this one, beautiful roses. You could use this for a greeting card also. Yeah, I was into photography for a long time. So what do? You do clothes pegs. That's crazy, right? And this one I really like. Now this looks like it is just a photograph, but you can make it look like if I were to really zoom in, you'd see that. Let's see. And this is really big. Download. Okay, open. It'll open. Now look how this is done. This is beautiful. And what I do that with the Smudge Tool. And this takes, I'm not exaggerating, this takes sometimes up to 2 days. So we take the Smudge Tool, then we go to a normal brush, just a tiny, tiny little brush. We can make it a little bit bigger with the close thing. Now, make the brush a little bit smaller, and then I just smudge this away like that. Can you imagine how long this took me to do? But I had nothing else to do, so, and this is really zen. This makes you really, really zen-like. So that's really how I did it. Very small brush, then just follow all the lines, and you get this beautiful, almost, it almost looks like a painting. Especially here down here. This is beautiful. And guys, you can't see this, but I'm pointing at my monitor and showing everything. And it's almost like I'm thinking that you're standing behind me, but you're not. So let's go back out. And we go back to Pixabay. These are nice little background things. I can show you how to do one of these. I'll do that next time. Maybe tomorrow, who knows. Then I have a nice underwater scene. You could put little fishies in there. It'll look really cute. What else do we have? This one's kind of nice with the peacock on it. Now, the whole Pixabay thing, you can use pretty much, well, you can use every single image, and you can use it even to make money, because that's why Pixabay has started. Because you know, some people don't have the ability to make beautiful things. They're not that artsy, but you can download it here and you can use it for a project, whatever. But what they do want to do is up here, this is mine. If you click here on the coffee button, it will bring you to a PayPal thing. See that? And you can donate. And it'll show the image that you're donating for. And a lot of people just give you, you know, $1, something like that. That's why they call it the coffee button. And that's a good thing to do. Not if you just use one or something, but if you're using a lot of these images, it's really nice to go to the coffee button and give these artists at least a cup of coffee for making these images. Some of these images take a long time to put together. Let's see. Let's look for turtle. Here we have all the turtles. And of course, we can, that is a beautiful image. Look at that. That takes a lot of time to do. That's really pretty. So up here you see this is the name of the person that made it. He has 525 images. Here's his coffee button. Here's thumbs up. Let's see what he has. When you click on the person, you get all their images. So he does a lot of photo manipulations, as you can see. Let's go back. And we were back to turtle, and this time we're going to choose the black and white ones. Okay. And there are the ones that you can use to transfer onto a pour. Now, please remember that if you're going to do that, you need a laser printer because it doesn't work with inkjet. But these are images that you can use all over the place. Okay, guys, that was about it. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this. Oh, I have one more thing. I promised someone I would do something, and that's what we're going to do. Creator Studio. Okay, we're going to, I'm going to show you, I hope I have my favorites, I think. Yeah, this one. This is one, this is a beautiful pour. And let's see, we're going to go up to here. And these are some beautiful colors. And this is Michaela Studio 13. So if you want to see this one, the whole video, just pop over to Michaela Studio 13. Now let me see if I can get you in a little bit bigger. Nope, stop. Nah, that doesn't work. Yeah, it does. This is her YouTube channel. Michaela Studio 13, and she has a lot of really pretty pours, as you can see. So give her a little visit, give her a couple of thumbs up, and she really has a lot of beautiful stuff to show you. Okay, guys. So for now, I'm gonna say bye bye, and I'm going to see you in the next video because I've already made a couple. So laters. Bye-bye.